Hello guys, I am Prakash. You are most welcome to my channel Learn with PK. Today we'll be discussing about ordinance, rules and regulations. But before getting into the video, I have a small request with you guys. If you really want to appreciate my work, then please do like the videos. Subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get the notification as soon as I upload the video. Without any further delay, let's get into the video. Ordinance, rules and regulations. Before understanding about these topics, we first need to understand how Parliament works. In the Parliament, normally three sessions of the Parliament are held on annual basis, which are as follows. Budget session, which is normally held between end of the January to May. Monsoon session, normally held between July to August, and winter session, which is held between November to December. Other key points. Period of these sessions can be modified as per the requirements. There is no fixed rule that sessions has to be held each year during above mentioned period only, but gap between the two sessions cannot be of more than 6 months. Now let's understand about what is ordinance. Normal legislative procedure of making laws and acts are done during the above mentioned session. However, there may be circumstances when law has to be made on emergency basis. In such circumstances, government usually go for ordinance. Ordinance is later presented before the House of the Parliament, and once approved by both the House of the Parliament, it becomes part of the Act. Now let's understand about maximum validity of the ordinance. Maximum validity of the ordinance is of 6 months and 6 weeks. As we have already discussed, gap between the two sessions in the Parliament shall not exceed 6 months. Once the ordinance is passed, it has to be presented in the immediate next session in the Parliament, and within next 6 months it will get either approved or will get rejected. Maximum time available in the session for approval of the ordinance is of 6 months after the expiry of 6 weeks after the expiry of 6 months as mentioned above. Once ordinance gets approved in the Parliament, it is implemented just like an act. Now let's understand about what is rule. Acts are made once bill is approved by both the House of the Parliament and same is assented by the President after discussion and voting is done in the Parliament session. Main function of the legislative branch, that is Parliament, is to make laws, whereas main function of the executive branch is to implement such laws. To implement the laws, executive branch makes rules which explains how laws are to be implemented. It generally contains the procedural aspects, forms and other matters required to implement the act. When act is made by the Parliament, rules with respect to such are made by the central government, whereas when acts are made by the state government, rules with respect to same are also made by the state government. Now let's understand about what is regulation. In India, there are several statutory authorities which has power to define how acts shall be implemented, such as SEBI, RBI, etc. Normally, this statutory authority makes regulations to implement the laws in effective manner. For example, RBI makes the regulations regarding how Banking Regulation Act 1949 shall be implemented in India,